All right. Good morning again, everyone. Welcome to Mount Carmel Bible Church. I'm Pastor Richard. Good to have you all here this morning. We're missing quite a few, but we'll get by. We hope that you have the opportunity sometime in the future to come and visit us in person. We're pretty pleasant for the most part. Now, having said all that, I can tell you, I'm disappointed. I've been disappointed a lot in my life. Lots of things have disappointed me. So many things I couldn't even really list them all. But I wanted to come up with one example that I could give you to kind of sum up my world of disappointment. So I want to talk a little bit about my car. Now, I'm not talking about the red car that'll be fixed tomorrow. That's a running joke here at this church, but it's still at that shop. I'm talking about my green car, because a couple weeks ago, I was preparing to go to Michigan to visit my family with my kids, and of course I wanted to make sure that the car was up to par, got it tuned up and everything, checked everything out, it was good to go, because it's a long drive to Michigan from West Virginia. About 10 hours. We made it in about 11 hours there and about 10 hours back. So thought I got everything ready for the trip. And then I got the sensors in the car. It's not one of the newest cars out there, but it had the sensors that said I was running low on air pressure. And one of those weird symbols that came up on the dash. I had to look it up on my phone because I didn't know what it was. And air pressure. So I got out, checked the tires, and sure enough, the passenger rear tire was low. So I inflated it. I was like, okay, well, we just got hot weather, so maybe that had something to do with it. So I drove it around, didn't think anything of it. A couple days later, that pressure gauge went off again. So I went back, sure enough, it was the same tire. I inspected it a little bit more closely and discovered that it must have had a small leak, but there was a dent in the wheel, in the metal part of the wheel. So I figured, okay, well, it's dented, it might be partly causing the leak. So I ordered new rims for the car. And I ordered them online, took about a week to get there. And throughout this week, the leak started getting worse. I would fill it up, go to work, and come back. And then after a couple days, I'd fill it up to go to work, and then have to fill it up to come back. So I discovered that it was not only the bent rim, but the nozzle, that little piece that you put the air in, was leaking at the base. That's an easy fix, right? It's only usually $5 for any tire company to replace that. But I was going to wait till the rims got there, so I could just pop the tires on the new rims, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Long trip to Michigan, wanted to make sure I was safe. So I waited a couple more days, the rims came in, then I had a day off of work on a Friday, I was going to get it all taken care of. So I went to, pumped up the tire of course, then went to Walmart in Kaiser at the automotive center, because I've had good work done there before. Well, there was a note on the door saying that their service center was closed till further notice. So I had to go to LaVale to the Walmart service center. Now, I had two new rims in the back seat and a leaky tire, leaky wheel. So I went to the service counter, talked to the gentleman, and I thought we had a good communication. I wanted to take those tires off the back of the car and put on the new rims, and then give me a new valve stem. So I'd be all set. But after our conversation continued, I wasn't as confident that he understood what I was trying to convey to him. So I ended up just saying, why don't we just do this? Give me new tires on the new rims, and then I'll take the old rims, the one that's bad, I'll just keep that tire for later. The one that's good, I'll have a good full-size spare tire in case there's an emergency. I'll be set, good to go. He took it one step further and said, why don't we do this? We're gonna get you new tires. We're gonna put those new tires on the new rims on the front of the car, because that is where it's a front wheel drive car. And then we'll take those tires and we'll put them on the back, and we'll put the other tires in the back seat. You'll be all set. I was confident that that was gonna happen. I understood that was gonna happen. That was the plan, that was our plan. We came up with it together. So I'm sure that that was gonna happen. So I agreed to it, signed the paper, tossed him my keys, put it on the pile. He assured me it'd only be a couple hours. About an hour later, he calls me on the cell phone, says, we might want to replace your sensors since we got the new rims. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? I'm like, that sounds reasonable, let's go ahead and do that. So another $30 per tire for the sensors. So now the total bill of this whole project went from, I just need to get my valve stem replaced, to new rims, new tires, new sensors. Kind of went pretty high as far as the bill goes, but still, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be done right. I won't have to worry about anything, driving all the way to Michigan and all the way back. I won't have to worry about the tires anyway. The other things I might have to worry about, but the tires are good. So we did that. So I shouldn't be disappointed at this point. Got the car back, the new tires in the front looked great. Put the tires from the front to the back, looked great. He put the tires that I wanted off in the trunk. I had a full-size spare tire now in the trunk, and a bent rim that it's at the house in the shed, so if I need another tire, I can have another tire. And I'm ready to go to Michigan. So we packed up the kids and we, got everything ready to go, and we drove. Well, I could say we drove, but somebody didn't pass her driver's permit test, so I drove. She's not here to yell at me, but I drove the entire trip. And about 2 hours from where my mother lives, that little sensor went off, saying that my tire was low. Like, I just got this taken care of. I just spent all that money and all that time and all that running around to get this taken care of. And now, as I'm 2 hours away from my mother's house, I gotta figure out how to fix this tire. So I pull over to the nearest gas station that had an air pump, and checked out the tires. I was very disappointed. But none of the tires were low. The sensor that they put in is kind of faulty or wanky. I'll say wanky. I don't know if that's a real word, but I'm going to use it today. Because I drove the rest of the way to Michigan, stopped a couple more times just to make sure, wasn't having any issues with tires deflating, was fine. Got to my mother's house, checked them again, they were fine. Turned off the car, unloaded the car, and visited with my mother. Checked it the next day, made sure, no leaking. Ended up chauffeuring my mother around in her vehicle because my car was low. She's used to her vehicle, getting up and in that. So I drove her car around a while. I drove my car only a couple times while I was in Michigan. And when I turned on the ignition the next time, that sensor light wasn't up. So wanky. It goes on sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. So again, I don't know if that's the right word, wanky, but I'm using it. We all know what I'm saying. So basically, I'm trying to say that's how life goes, right? Disappointments. That disappointment isn't killing me. It comes on once in a while now. Like I'm driving back and forth to work. It sometimes will go on, sometimes it won't. Every time I pull over, double check, but I keep going. It's not leaking. Now I'm probably gonna have to get that sensor replaced, fixed, whatnot, eventually. But I just did. So I'm disappointed about that. It's a minor disappointment, but it's a disappointment. We have disappointments all throughout our life, tons and tons of them. What are some of the disappointments we have? Well, we've got work. Work is always a disappointment. Now, yeah, you could say you love your job and you love your coworkers, but there'll be times when those coworkers get on your nerves. There'll be times when that work is work and it's not fun. Work for me, besides going to work, also includes stuff around the house. And when I have maintenance to do around the house, that's work. And it almost never goes the way you want it to or you expect it to. I'm sure Kevin can attest to this. If you're working on a project and you don't have to go to Lowe's 2 or 3 times, something went completely wrong with that project. Because you're always forgetting something, or something comes up and you have to go back and get another tool or some more nails, or you ran out of duct tape and you need more. But there's always a project that requires you to go back to the store to get something. And I'm sure ladies have the same thing. When we do cooking, we also have that issue. I do cooking. Sometimes I'm cooking something and the kids have neglected to tell me we're out of milk. So I have to run to the store and get milk in the process of cooking dinner. Work is work, and it's constantly filled with disappointments. Sometimes they're minor, sometimes they're major, but it's always filled with disappointments. Time is another disappointing thing. We always think we've got time to do this, and we never do. Time runs out on us. We're doing a project, and we run out of time. We want to spend time with our loved ones, and we don't have enough of it. We don't have enough time. It's always disappointing us. Money, another big thing. No matter how much money you have, you always need more. No matter what the project is, it's always going to cost more than you think. That little tire project of mine, I was saving up money. I was ready to go, and then that savings is gone. That project cost me around $400. New rims, new tires, new sensors, all that time. It's a project. Time, work, money, people disappoint us all the time. Sometimes we count on somebody and we count on them for everything. We count on them a lot and they fail us once in a while. Disappoint us. Now, hopefully we can mend that fence, but if you work in the military like I do, there are some people that you can count on them to disappoint you. So for those of you who have teenagers, you know what I'm talking about. Just give me the look again.
The dishes better be done when I get home.
Yeah. Other things that disappoint us, material things, stuff breaks down. ACs go out in the summertime, heat goes out in the wintertime. Car issues, as I said, everybody has stuff that you expect is going to be working for you, and then it doesn't. So you get disappointed. Now things change. Now your plans change. Now you have to get something else fixed. Now you have to get Kevin to fix something else around the house. So it's an issue. It's always an issue. Getting older is another big thing that disappoints us. When we're young, we jump up out of bed and go to work. When we're older, we think about jumping up and going to work. And when we're even older, we have to plan to get up before we go anywhere. It's a process. Things change. Our bodies don't do what they're supposed to do, what they've done for us for all of our lives. Now we have to take care of them and listen to our bodies a little more. But with that does come more wisdom. Every time you get out of bed and hear that crack, now you start to think, okay, what is that crack? Is that the bed? Is that my knee? Is that the cat, that I just stepped on? You gotta figure it out. And you use your rationality to figure out what's going on with your situation. So you get wiser. And then of course, work. Yeah, I put down on there twice, I really don't like work. Let's go on. Disappointments. We have disappointments throughout our life all the time, but we have to look at it this way. Without rain, no one cares about the sunshine. If we didn't have rainy days, we wouldn't be excited when we have a sunny day. If we didn't have cold days, we wouldn't be excited for warm days. When we have disappointments in our life, we can look at that as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn and to move forward. Or we could take it the other way and get all upset about it. Which do you think is the best way to do it? To learn, of course. Now God has the plan, and if we accept that, if we know that, then all the little disappointments we have in our life, we can trace back to one thing: ourselves. We're the ones who get all excited about having things go well and then get upset when things don't go well. Well, there's a reason why things don't go well. It gives us an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to have faith that God's plan is in motion. Now, God's plan is amazing. He has everything worked out well in advance. Before we were even here and had problems, He knew we were going to be here, we were going to have problems, and He had it fixed already. Now think back, as I said before, with our age, we have wisdom. We've gone through all this. We've had problems that we thought were unsurmountable. And I've talked about this before. But we got through them. God's plan is amazing. And in Psalms, there's several songs that is sung about His plan. So from Psalms 27, 13 and 14, I believe that I shall look upon the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait on the Lord. Kind of like, be still and know that I am God. Wait on the Lord.
I know that chapter.
We can look in this world. We can go outside right now. We can look around in this room and see the beauty of the Lord, see His wonderful plan. If we take the time and wait for Him to show us, His plan is always better than ours. Wait on the Lord. Psalms 34, 17 through 19. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them from them all. That's pretty awesome. When we're heartbroken, when we're struggling, when we're hurt, when we're disappointed, God is there to put us back together, take care of us, and get us through it. Now, if that's not enough for you, let's keep going. Psalms 55:22, cast your burdens on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. That's pretty cool. He's not going to let us fall. He's not going to let us lose faith. He's not going to let us suffer forever. We're going to get through this. He's going to sustain us. He's going to get us through it. 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. God does that. God cares for us. God sees us wounded and suffering, and He fixes it. He takes care of us. Now, parents, you know this. When your child falls, hurts themselves, you comfort them. You wash out the wound. You bandage them. You make sure they know it's okay. That is just like God when we have struggles. He sees you. He knows you're hurting. He knows you're struggling, and He's there to bound up your hurt and get you through it. That's wonderful. Overcoming disappointment is realizing that everything that we find disappointment in is already taken care of. That's faith. That's faith. I don't know how God's going to fix my troubles. I don't know how He's going to fix this sensor in my car. I don't know how He's going to do that. But I know it's already taken care of. One way or another. Either I'm going to learn to ignore it, which guys tend to do, or eventually I'm going to get it fixed. Now I know the guys in the room are like, get it fixed? What are you talking about? I have to say that for the ladies. Let's go on to the New Testament, 2 Corinthians 4:8-9. Crushed, but not forsaken. We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not driven to despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. No matter what we go through, we're not done. We can fall down. We can make mistakes. We can skin our knees. We can break bones. But we're not done. God is with us. God is bounding up our wounds. As we're falling, He's already taken care of things. Patsy is going for a couple of appointments here on Tuesday. God has already taken care of things. She's wondering what is going to go on. What are they going to find? How are they going to treat me? But God already knows. He's already got it taken care of. God's got you, Patsy. He's got you. He knows what's going on. He's going to tell those doctors what they need to do. He's going to show them what they need to do. He's going to show them to show you what you need to do, and it's going to be taken care of. He's got all that planned out, and we're sitting back trying to play catch up. We're sitting back going, I got all these things going on. I got this coming up. I got that coming up. I got these bills that I wasn't expecting. I got to take care of them. I got to figure out how to get my kids to band practice. I got all these things in my life that I'm worried about, but I don't need to worry about them because God has already got the plan in place to get them all set up and resolved. We can sit here, we can worry, or we can have faith. 2 Corinthians 4:16-17. Don't lose heart, preparing for us. So we do not lose heart, though the outer self is washing away. Our inner self is being renewed day by day. For his light momentarily afflicted is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond comprehension. Comparison. What I said earlier, our bodies are falling away. We're getting older. things are happening to us that we don't want to happen to us. Maybe things are falling off. Maybe things are just not functioning right. I've got aches and pains that I didn't have aches and pains in before. There are some parts of my body that I didn't know I had before. But apparently they hurt now. But that's okay. That is reminding me that God has this plan. That is, as I get closer to my end, I see that God's plan was to prepare me for my new body anyway. This is temporary. This is temporary. But what he's teaching me is eternal. What I'm learning, what I'm getting closer to him, that is what matters. Don't give up. Galatians 6:9. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap, if we do not give up. Persevere. Persevere. Being disappointed is part of life. Seeing failure in our own stuff is going to happen. That doesn't mean we throw in the towel and say enough is enough. That means we keep going. Because if we don't give up, we will be able to reap our good works. That means when we get through it, we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. When we get through the rain, we'll see the sunshine. When we get through the struggles, we'll see the peace. When we get through this world and this life, we'll be in heaven with him eternally. That's the goal. As final thoughts before we go to prayer, from Philippians 4:19. And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. That is awesome. Not according to my riches, which would maybe get me a cup of coffee, but his riches. He's going to supply all of our needs, not our wants, not our desires. Sorry, I'm not getting a new motorcycle. I'm not getting the stuff that I want, and that's okay, because I probably mess it up anyway. But he will take care of me and all of my needs. So I'm not going to worry too much about the sensor in the car. I'm not going to worry too much about how the kids are going to do in school. That's on them. I just have a little part of that. You know, I'm not going to worry too much about what I'm going to eat for dinner. I know I'm going to eat. Believe me, I eat. We don't have to worry about the little things, because God's taking care of it all. He is. If you need more proof of that, all of us here have been through stuff, or we didn't know how we were gonna get through it. Whether it's a loss of a loved one, parent, sibling, child, we've all had loss, and we got through it. The Lord is always going to be here for us, and he's always going to take care of us. We just got to let him. Have faith that he will take care of you. That doesn't mean don't stop trying. You sally forth, you move on, you take another step. God will be there to help you through it. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the guidance you've given us to get us to this point. Thank you for the love you've given us and shown us. Without it, we couldn't show love to others. Thank you for just being there in the times that we needed it, even though we didn't know you were there. We do know you were there. Thank you for all the comfort, all the strength, all the love, and all the guidance. Please continue that and help us to see it. In Jesus' name.